Hey y'all, Happy New Year. Here it is about 11 o'clock and it's close to 80 degrees. Beautiful day, and I've made a resolution. I'm changing up the way that I hang my plate steel targets. Let me show you how I have been hanging them. I'm not talking about the plate steel like you may see in the back there for pistol, which I hang on a post, but for the swinging plates that I use for rifle shooting. What I've been doing in the past, I still think is a great way to hang them, and it's pretty safe, is I would take my plate steel, and this is a pretty narrow one. This isn't but 1/4 inch. This isn't something I'd use for a rifle. Give me a carriage bolt, run through the front, and I put me a washer behind that. Now I'm not going to be screwing these in. These nuts are a little larger. This is just for expediency to explain how I hung them. Then I would tighten this down right here, so I'd have me a nice secure hanging point. Then I would come with another nut behind this to give me just a little bit of offset. Then I'd put a washer, I'd get a chain, I'd get another washer, and then behind that I would put another nut. There was my suspension system, that right there. And the reason I liked it, when it hung, it naturally canted. So when I'd shoot, the deflection automatically is already wanting to go to ground. Now from that point, I'd have me a connection from the end of the chain to a hanger that was suspended underneath the board, and then we just screw this down. Pretty simple. It'd be nice if it wasn't trying to slide apart, because I don't want to screw it in. But there's my system right there. Pretty simple. The trouble is, and we all have this friend that the first shot they shoot through the chain, or break the chain, or bend the hanger. I mean, we use little things that we can replace the chain with, little quick link, and those are all nice, but inevitably you've got to come up and you'll either have to cut this bolt off. It ends up being a problem. For as thoughtful and as efficient as it is, all it takes is one wrong shot and you spend the next 30 minutes with a cutter or wrenches or something to get this off of the plate so you can remount it and start shooting again. So I tell you what I started doing. It's super simple, and it's going to save a lot of time. So here we are at my 100-yard target, and I've simply got a wooden bench that where I normally had my hangers attached, and I've simply drilled holes through, and I'm using rope. 1/8 inch polyester rope. You don't want anything that's going to stretch. You want something that's going to be UV tolerant. Polyester is the way to go. So ran it through, the knot on the end to hold it in place, ran it up, tied me a square knot on the top to hold it, and I just simply ran another knot just for because, and there we go. Knots being in the front, it gives you the bit of natural flexion. With front, the plate steel to angle down it's hanging like, here's an exaggeration, but it's hanging more like this. So with it already being that direction, when the bullet strikes, the deflection's already wanting to go down. The beauty of this is if by chance somebody hits the rope, and cuts it, all you need is a knife. Just you have some rope on hand. Each one of these legs of rope coming up was about 18 inches, 2 feet. And you see, I've got a lot of extra. I did this just to be easy. Here's my tools now. Got a lighter so I can burn the ends to keep them from fraying, and a box, your pocket knife. With that, you're ready to go. It's easy to hang. That one friend always seems to shoot the stuff. You can change this out in a matter of minutes, and the cost, you can get 50 feet of rope for $5-10 depending on where you go and what you get. But there you go, man, that works pretty doggone good. And here's my 150-yard target. Let's shoot it from the side. You can see a little bit better, but see that natural deflection. If you tie the rope and put the knot in the front, it wants to hang down at that angle, so when it strikes, it's already wanting to go down that direction. And here we are at my 200-yard target, and when the power company came in to clean cut for the right-of-way to power lines, they dead centered ran over my target stand. Not happy about it, but a quick replacement was 2 of these T-bar posts, and I used the rope the same way, and for aid in spotting where I wanted to tie the rope, these are a couple of electric fence supports and hangers, and I just clipped them to the post, and then I tied the rope above it, so as it pulls down, the rope isn't going to go down any, and it gives me a point of reference. It's not necessary, but it is a little bit of help in seeing where I want to put things. Again, pretty simple. We've got the knots in the front for pointed deflection that helps this stuff angle down. And again, if it's shot, it's a quick replacement. I just hung it here, wrapped it around the post about 2 or 3 times, and then you just did a half-hitch knots holding it to for support. Quick, simple, and not a very complicated. Quick replacement for things being shot, and very much more cost effective than replacing the chain, which I seem to have to do almost every shooting session. If I had people over, somebody was going to shoot it. There you have it. There's my simple solution for what has become an ongoing aggravating problem here, and I know if we're having that problem, other people are too. For some reason, I could not think outside of straps that were difficult to obtain, or chain and the hardware to connect all of that. This is pretty simple. You go to the farm store, hardware store, get you some 3/8 inch polyester rope, and you're ready to go. If it gets shot and cut, you go up there with a knife, you cut it, run your new one through, tie a couple knots, and you're ready to shoot. Minutes, as opposed to, I'm telling you, we've had to stop, get things down, bring them back, get a grinder to take it off. It's just, y'all know, if you're looking at this, you know you've run into the same thing. So I hope you found this kind of helpful. It certainly should save some time and a little bit of money. As usual, I appreciate y'all stopping by and checking this stuff out. I try to share things with you that I think might be useful to people, and I appreciate y'all leaving comments and helping these ideas grow into something better. So, as usual, Stay safe with all of this, and good luck with your projects.